Gotten some good piggyback rides in the meantime.
Oh yeah. I also, looking at the pictures, she got a motorcycle ride when she was in her cast.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
When she had both casts, she got a motorcycle ride. It was a black one.
All right.
Yeah, because
I was shocked that I allowed that.
That's good that you're doing this. It's kind of neat to reminisce and understand the sequence of everything that's going on. I remember when she had the fixator, I call it the erector set. When she had that on, I thought she must be afraid or scared of, I mean, you have metal rods going into your bone and your skin, and it's a contraption. It's
Yeah.
like, ah, I don't want
When
that.
she woke up and saw that, I still remember that, how scared she was. Yep. But like everything else, she just bounces back.
yeah, my friend said Bob Uncle gave me a bike ride when I had cast on
Two
both
casts.
of my feet. Oh wait, another thing on my list was movies.
Oh
Movies,
yeah,
that was-
we did that early on.
Yeah, my first movie was Avengers, one of the Avengers, like
3D, real 3D.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
was, yeah, and we still go to movies.
yeah, we still like the movies.
The only thing I like when I would like to watch movies when we're at a movie theater, because I don't really like to sit still.
Yeah. And it was difficult too. We had to sit in the handicap area because you weren't able to walk. We had to use the wheelchair, and it was a big wheelchair. It wasn't the small transport wheelchair. It was a big one with a leg extension.
Yeah, and another thing we forgot is when we were flying from Nepal to Doha, leaving the Nepal airport, like, tell him.
Okay. I completely forgot about that until just now when she mentioned it. She wasn't allowed to walk on her right foot at all.
Yeah. We were actually taking my walker, or I used your dad's walker.
We used my dad's walker.
Yeah.
So she wasn't able to walk at all on her right foot because we wanted her to be, we thought, infection-free when she comes to Philadelphia. So at the Nepal airport, I had already requested before that to have a wheelchair access from the gate, from the check-in to the gate, and then onto the airplane also. And I believe I requested the aisle wheelchair to get her to her seat. But when
I didn't get the aisle wheelchair. I didn't get the lift.
I'm getting back to that. So I did request all those things, but then when we were ready to board the plane, we asked about the lift so that she can get into the plane. Because in Nepal, it's not like a ramp that you go. It's like steps you have to walk up to the plane. Walk out and then up onto the steps. And they said, oh, no, that'll be extra. I said, what? I said, I don't think so. I said,
$200.
It was already requested of Qatar to do that. So we're not going to pay for that. So what they ended up doing was we took her out to the airplane, and where you get on the steps to walk up the steps, they ended up carrying her in the wheelchair. People on the sides of the wheelchair carrying her up the steps to get to the door of the airplane. That was perfect. That was Nepal.
You'll see that picture on my another channel.
Yeah.
Slideshow.
Yeah. So that was good. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the surgery, we didn't really travel. Like, Fran was nervous.
I was
about
really
the
scared about the fixator and her moving around and going to places and people bumping into her and all of that. Is the fixator when VB had to break your tibia, your bone in your leg, and you got the plate and screws put in also at the same time, the fixator, or was that after?
I don't know. That's different.
Okay, that was a different
But
one.
I did have cadaver.
Yes, but that was after the fixator.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's 2013.
Yeah, sorry. We'll do that next year.
Yeah. So the fixator, like, I wasn't allowed to. Oh, yeah. both serial casting, like on both legs. I mean, like I wasn't allowed to get my feet wet, and we didn't know about the cast cover thing.
Oh, yeah.
We did use it to go down the beach, but we didn't think to use it back then while showering because we were both scared of getting my feet wet. So I would get my hair done. And
I would have to take her to different salons
yeah,
for them to wash her hair for us.
And I would use a bath wipe.
A sponge bath kind of thing.
To like bath myself. But when I got with the fixator, I was allowed to get it wet, so I was using cast cover to shower on my left leg to cover it when I'm in the shower, and then I was able to get the fixator wet, and it was actually good for the cleaning. So Fran would, when she's cleaning my feet, like twice a day, like she would have to clean with water or
alcohol,
like a cotton
around
bud.
a cotton bud around the
pin.
each pin that went into her leg. I had to clean around it to keep the skin
Yeah.
healthy. And sometimes it would look like something's coming out of there, but that was always normal.
Yeah.
It was you just let it go, or call the doc and they'll walk you through it. Debbie was such a blessing during that time,
And
during
then,
all the time.
like she had to crank the bottom a little bit each
Just to make it
time.
tighter.
Yeah.
Each time.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the fixator like was scary to see at first, but then it was
like she slept with it, and it's like it's crazy how she adjusted to that.
I was moving all over the bed anyway, and I would get my left foot stuck in between when I'm sleeping, and I couldn't get it like out when I. Yeah, so, and then like we didn't want to scare people with the fixator, so I would cover it with pillowcase. We bought a lot of pillowcases to cover it so it doesn't scare people. But when we go shopping to people, it might look like we were hiding stuff in there.
And another thing, when she had the serial casting going on, she wasn't able to walk, not even with her walker hobble. So we had to put a commode in her bedroom so that she could use the bathroom there on the commode.
Because we didn't want to like mess up the tile in the
bathroom.
Bathroom.
And then I would have to carry
that
her
was
in
her
and put her
dad's
down.
too. I used her dad's wheelchair. I wore it down.
And his walker.
And his walker,
Yeah.
And we would go to her mom's like every
couple days to do laundry and stuff.
Laundry, but we call it visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, her mom, they passed away last year too. But she was really nice.
And then eventually the serial casting on your left foot stopped. So you had a fixator on your right, and then a cast to your knee on your left, and it was a walking cast. So that's when you were able to start hopping on your left foot using the walker.
Yeah.
And so that was good because that made you more mobile, and you weren't dependent upon me all the time.
I was still doing the walker. I was hopping on the walker.
Only after the serial casting was done on your left. When you had the cast all the way to your thigh on the left, you were not.
But I didn't get the fixator out yet.
No, but you were able to hobble. When he put the cast only to your knee on your left foot, and you had the fixator on your right, that's when you started hobbling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with the fixator.
Yes, with the fixator, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was still the process where I wasn't able to walk fully with both feet, and but it was the start of the process. And but we weren't like homebound or anything. We were still going places, visiting friends, family,
and there were friends of us. There were friends of ours, actually friends of Bob and Pat's, who let us borrow their handicap van.
Oh yeah.
They let us borrow the van.
Yeah.
And that was so much easier to get Patty in and out of the vehicle because I would carry her on my back and then just open the door, and it was high enough that I could just place her onto the seat, and then she could do it from there. And then we just wheel the wheelchair in the back way. So that was really a blessing too, that they allowed us to borrow that.
Yeah. And Fran's car was 14-year-old, at that time, 14-year-old
Red Honda Civic.
So we would use her mom's car to go like far places like
Right.
Lancaster and stuff. And like, so when we went, one time when we went drove somewhere, we were taking Sarah apart, visiting her, and then she ran over a dead
A
skunk.
dead skunk, and boy, did that stink.
Yeah, but it was, yeah, just something.
So we had lots of adventures during that time too.
And then we went to Maine. We drove to Maine. We stayed 2 days with Mary Ellen.
Oh, that's right. We took her car, I think.
Yeah, I think Pat's car. We took Pat's car.
Or it was Bob Banks' car or something.
No, I think it's
Okay.
Pat's car.
Okay, we took
Yeah.
someone's car.
Yeah, Pat's car.
Okay.
And like we drove to Maine, but we only stayed there 2 days because the next day I had to tell at Calvary Kevin Barber's church about Nepal. So
Oh, right.
we wanted to come back, so it was good long drive. I love going for a drive. Since then, that was our first road trip.
Yeah, 10-hour drive. Yeah. That was our first road trip. Yeah.
And in Maine, there's a family who adopted a Nepali boy, so we got to see him.
And we're still friends with them.
Yeah, we still
We'll
go
still go
see
see
them
them.
every time we come, and that's friends list that she keeps putting in. And
I love seeing them. Yeah.
And when I first came to America, like it was not my first trip, but the first time I remember everything. My first trip was 1999, but this time I remember everything. And Fran and Mary Ellen, they were actually supposed to take turn like 6 weeks or something, but then
Oh, yes.
yeah, but then Mary can't carry me, like she has a really bad back, so it was Fran who had to help me all throughout the way.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and so, and then later in December, like I got measured for a foot brace, like on my left foot, and then and later in December I got to wear it, and I actually got to wear a real Converse shoe.
First time in
Yeah,
your life.
just one shoe on the left foot. That was, yeah. And I was hopping not with joy, I mean like hopping on the walker.
But it was your first time. There were a lot of first times that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's amazing, like, you know, I was thinking, like, there's, like, how God always puts someone to help me for me and to take care of me, because, like, since, like, 97 to, like, 99, like, there was Puma that came along, and then 2000, like Saucy and like Gopal, he was like very big help. And like he would.
He got you walking.
Yeah, like he would help me, and Laxman Tamang with the feet exercise, and like so he was taking care of me, and then it was Ganu and Mary Ellen again, and. Yeah, and now it's Fran. Like, she's stuck with me, but...
I wouldn't call it stuck.
Yeah, so it's just, like... You
God's
know,
faithful.
Yeah,
And he's been really faithful to you, that we can see it.
And it's the same year that Gyanu, she actually got married, and then she left to Korea a few days before we came back to America. So, yeah, like, you know, like, sometimes you don't even have to worry, like, who's gonna help you? Like,
God will take care of you.
Yeah.
So the question came, what do I think about Pat? What did I think about Patty then, and what do I think about her now?
Be honest.
And I'm going to be honest. Even then, I thought she was an amazing person, because all of her entire circumstance, because of her circumstance and the way she looked at her circumstance, she'd never let it stop her. Not once did she let it stop her. She always tried to do whatever she could do. And I still think she's an amazing person, because she still goes through these things. And it's always with a smile. She never once complained about any of it. Not once, that I know of anyway. And then God's faithful. He's seeing her through this journey. You know, we don't know why this journey, but she accepts this journey, and she's going forward.
Yeah. And what I thought of friend is nothing like what she said. like Mary Ellen has been with us from the beginning of time, and Fran was just a visitor, like 2 weeks visitor, and she permanently stayed in 2006, and I was like, you know, I felt like I was getting a lot more punishments and getting grounded and all that when she started coming. So I was like, and then I remember one year you were still a visitor, and I told you, and I was going through my drawer in my bunk bed, and I told you to get out because you were with Sarah, and your prayer partner Pumani was. And I said, I told her to get out. And so she was telling me, you should have said room out. Yeah, but I apologized then. And we still had our first, like, you know, like we in 2012 too, like, I was hoping, like, you know, when we were departing from home to go to the airport, I was telling Mary, they like, come quick, like, come soon, like, you know, and because they were 6 weeks period time, like distribution at that time, the talk. But then I'm glad it's Fran, you know, because she helped me a lot and like support me financially and like physically, and like help me like at that time. Like it was like sometimes like you wonder why, but then God has a reason why He put people together. And yeah. 2012 was like, you know, He gave me a different perspective, and now we're close and we know a lot about each other. And
we laugh, we cry, we laugh, we cry, argue, smile, the whole thing. It's all part of growing.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad it was Fran, because you know, there's not Mary couldn't do with me and help me with, but God had a reason why He put me with Fran, and it's good reason. Only God knew. Sometimes we don't want things certain way, but
Father knows best.
Yeah, He does. So yes. Fran is good to me, and I think I'm good to her.
Yes, God is good. God is good. Yep. He put you there, so
yeah,
He'll get you through it.
Yeah. So this is just 2012. I still have cast. I'm done with the cast on my left foot, but I still have the fixator on my right foot. So the fixator is not done in 2012.
So you'll hear about that in 2013.
Yeah, and I was still doing schoolwork. I was doing so-called things, right?
And you had a
tutor,
a couple tutors, right? Karen
Marcucci. She came. I had Lindsay Parsons. Yeah, she was helping me for a little while, but she couldn't commit to it. She was busy, so Karen would come every Wednesday. I was not looking forward to my tutoring, but she would help me with math. And then I started needing help with science, because numerical physics, and I would do it. My friends back home would send me homeworks and like classwork and email Mare. Would email Fran, and she would print them out for me. But that didn't stop. I think So
that's 2012. You were in class 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah. So much happened that year.
Yeah.
It was first of everything. Like beginning of me finally being able to walk. Like before that, like my friends are still carrying me to the bathroom, to the eating dining hall, helping me in the shower. Like I wasn't able to wear jeans. I was always wearing dresses, that was first year I was actually able to wear jeans and shorts and and like carry me from home to school bus, school to class, like and
all the time carrying. Yeah.
And then like I was in my only go-to place was school and hospital, but now I can go anywhere. Since then, like we went to so many places.
See, and that's one thing I've learned about Patty since we've been together so much. We've been together since in Nepal and here. Yeah. But something that I've learned about her is she loves to do things, to go out and do things.
Yeah.
She loves social events. She loves to plan things. She does not like to sit at home and do nothing. And I understand why now, I think. It's because she had to do that her entire life before this. She was home. She wasn't able to go anywhere. All the other kids would be able to go with us to different places, but Patty wasn't able to. So I think I understand that better now.
Aww.
Well, I do.
Yeah, if you know, my legs will eventually stop by itself. So why, like, stop myself now when I can do it? Just do it. Yeah, when I can. And that's what people tell me. Nothing. You don't let anything stop you, Patty. Do you? And like, you know, I was stopped for a long time, and I will probably eventually get stopped physically, so just do it when I can. Yeah, the other day, last week, we were doing hot air balloon, and the guy, our pilot, was saying the same thing when he was helping me in the van, which was nice. Yeah. Yeah, and then what else, Franny? We got, Fran and I are like this. we like, you know, we
finish each other's sentences.
Not that close. Like, you know, we got to know each other better, and and then like we have our moments. We all have our moments. And we overcome, get through it. Yeah. And so far, Fran is the longest. She has to stick with me.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. So that was 2012. So we have come to the end of the video.
Because it's December and she still has the fixator on. But she has now she has a brace on her left foot. So.
Yeah. It was fun.
And the saga will continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning of this.
It's the year that changed everything. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. See you next year.
See ya.
Oh, this is actually Chick-fil-A platter.
Oh, yes.
We love Chick-fil-A. This
favorite
is like
go-to, as
our
you know.
10th time this week.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye. See you when I see ya.